Well, hello there. It's the Archivist from tradingcardarchives.com, and here today to look at a box of Kayou Digimon. Now, this is a box I've actually opened already. You can see it's been opened. We've used the packs in a few battles before, and I've opened them, randomly and such. But today we're going to open everything else that's in here. So we're going to cash this box out. We're going to empty it out. Mostly, I just kind of want to get it off the shelf. It's a pretty large box. This is the old 5 yuan design that Kayou used. So they used to make these bigger boxes like this for their 5 yuan products. They don't anymore. They're much smaller now. But this box is pretty big, and it's been on my shelf for a long time because I kept waiting for them to make more. I was like, this is an awesome license, really popular franchise. I was sure they would make more sets and I could do comparisons and things, but they just haven't. And at this point, I believe they've lost the license. And I think that happened for two reasons. One, I was just looking at their website again. It's not listed anywhere on there. So, if they have this license, they're not bragging about it. And the other reason is that I saw Card Fund produce a Digimon set about a month back. I did not pick that set up just because I don't personally have a lot of interest in this franchise particularly, although I think it's really cute and kind of historically significant, which we'll talk about in a bit. But knowing that Card Fund has the license tells me that, Kayou doesn't, because those are two very big and very legit companies in China, and so they would not be stepping on each other's feet like that. That's just not something they would do. Before we get started, though, I just want to remind everyone to, like and subscribe if this is the kind of video that you enjoy watching. Like the video. It helps me to know the sorts of things that I should be getting more of. And if a lot of people like this, maybe I will get that card fund set just so that people can see it, right? Or comment and let me know. And then definitely get subscribed because we are at 812 subscribers right now. And I'm planning the next giveaway at 888. So that is less than 100 subscribers away. We should get there within the next month. Assuming the linear curve continues. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, and then we'll do another giveaway. And there are some fantastic prizes in the giveaway pile. I mean, I've rotated things in and out, and there's like a box of Barbie in there. That's a $40 box. There's a box of Three Kingdoms 4 in there. There's still a box of Kabog Series 5 and 6 in there. So yeah, there's a lot of great stuff in the giveaway box, but we're not running a giveaway right now, so don't get too excited. But subscribe to the channel and you'll know exactly when it happens, and you'll also help to make it happen because the more subscribers we get, the sooner we can run it. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then just before we open the box again, I just want to look at some of my favorite cards for today. All of these come from a set made by Ingrid Hardy, who runs Long Dog Cards. It's called UFO Legend and Lore, and it's a set that just got shipped. It was sold on Kickstarter a while ago, so you can't buy it right now. But if you follow Long Dog Cards website or Facebook page, or if you go to my website, tradingcardarchives.com, I have an independent trading card tracker on there now, and you can follow all the different releases. You'll know when the next set comes out. It was a great set to look at. I really enjoyed opening it, and there are some just fantastic cards. In fact, I could not pick just two, so I have three favorite cards right now. This lenticular featuring Kitty Erie being abducted is just incredible. That is, of course, Leg Day cards. That's that middle logo here. That's their production, but definitely check out all of these links here if you are interested in more about this. But yeah, this card is just great. I love it. I'm going to get it off the table because we need a lot of room. This was the sketch card that I released. So the cool thing about these independent sets is every time you get one, you're going to get one sketch card. And often the sketch card can be, worth the whole set. Although I love all the cards in this set. But I thought this War of the Worlds was just kind of amazing as a sketch card. And that is a one-of-one original sketch by Tim Shin. So love to get that. And then the best card of all, though, was the set came with you could send a photo to Ingrid, and she would make a metal card with it. And that's what this is. So I sent her a photo of my cat Batman. So that's my actual cat Batman, and he is now a special abductee of the FBA, the Fantastic Bureau of Abductions. And that is a metal card, one of one again. So this is kind of amazing, and of course my cat Batman. So I'm gonna love that card forever. Okay, so enough of that. Let's now look at this box. So this is again a 5 yuan box of Digimon, and that's just kind of a measure of the relative value of the set. I talk about it a lot, but some people get confused as to what that means. It's sort of equivalent to how, Arizona Tea puts 99 cents on their cans, and that way people can't sell it for more unless, they put a sticker on it or something. It's the same sort of thing here. There's different levels of sets. You usually get a 1 yuan, a 2, a 5, and a 10 are kind of the typical levels. But this Digimon product I have here is at the 5 level, which is always like if you're going to buy a set and they have all the different levels, I recommend starting with 5 because that's where you're going to get kind of the most hits per pack and not have to pay a lot of money. If you really love it, of course, go for the 10 right away. But I tend to skip the 1 and 2 unless I'm trying to get bulk for some reason, like I want to give them away or something. Because when you get the 1 yuan products, often they won't have the highest tier cards in there at all. And a whole box might have like 1 UR in it or 2 URs, right? Where something like this, we should get 3 or 4 URs or maybe 5 or 6, and then higher tier cards as well. It's a beautifully designed box. I mean, I hope you can see the really intricate line art all over here. And the set is great. I mean, I have enjoyed every pack I've opened from this box before. And I'm sure we're going to open quite a few cool cards today. And like I was saying, Digimon is a kind of historically important franchise for a few reasons. Like one, a lot of people maybe know it from the trading card game. There's a big TCG, a Digimon TCG still running. They release new sets for it still, and there's digital versions of it on Steam and everything. But also the movies and TV shows. So a lot of people grew up maybe watching, well, younger folks anyway, grew up watching the Digimon television show, and it's a great show. It kind of mirrors Pokemon in a lot of ways, right? Digimon, digital monster, Pokemon is pocket monster. So there are some very similar aspects to it. And of course, with the TCG, they've made them very similar with evolutions and all that kind of stuff. But the origins of Digimon, and this is what I don't think a lot of people watching might know, is actually Tamagotchi. So I don't know if you remember what that was, but these were in the early 90s, these little like watch-like devices you could buy in the store, and they had a little screen on them and a couple of buttons, and it was a virtual pet that you would raise. And Tamagotchi was the primary brand of that, and that's what most people had. I had one, of course, but Digimon came out first as a Tamagotchi analog meant for boys to play with. And so the Tamagotchi was thought of more as a girl product. I don't know why. I mean, I love them myself. I love little cat and stuff, but that was kind of how the manufacturers thought of it. And so Digimon was meant to sort of capture the male audience and that kind of thing. And so before there were TCGs, before there were movies, before there were video games, before this was this massive media franchise that it is today, it was Tamagotchis. That's how this all started. And I don't think they ever knew how big it would get back then when they made those, because it certainly didn't seem like it when they first put those out. But I remember seeing them in Walmart and stuff. So, that came out when I was a teenager, I guess. Yeah. So yeah. And now today there's, oh gosh, 20 different full-length Digimon movies. Like, it is a massive franchise. Okay, so let's look at our cards. So this is the first pack. It's going to have a little ad in it. All the packs will. This is an ad for the Digimon game. One of the games. There's a lot of games that came out. But if you scan that QR code, you'll get a link to it. It'll be a WeChat link. And then this is actually a Digimon kind of fitness tracker. Now, that's sort of what the product has evolved into. So it still is a digital monster in there. And you can raise it and everything, but you raise it by moving. So you have to walk a certain distance, and that's how it gets its energy. But yeah, those cards here are just kind of an ad. And then every pack here is going to have one of these PVCs in it. And the PVCs will be either TR or TGR. The TGR is just a fancier version. But you can see already the artwork on these is fantastic. And there is a little bit of a game system for this. These are not part of the Digimon TCG world. They don't play in that world. Obviously, they don't have the right back for it. But the artwork, I think, looks great, and there is a game that you can play with them, although I honestly don't know the rules for it. But here's one of the rares in our pack. And we'll be just looking at all these cards, so we'll go kind of quick through them, but I'll try to keep some of my favorites up front. That one is super cute there. Another very cute. And then we have an SR. I won't be sleeving anything below SSR today, just to kind of keep things simple. This is a QA check, so the box was checked in the factory to make sure it had the right number of packs and that they were in there the right direction and that kind of thing. And then the person who checks it leaves one of those cards so that if you receive a box and it isn't what you expected, that card can kind of tell them where in the factory it was made and who inspected it. So like I said, we're going to get a copy of this in every single pack. Here's our next TR. And then some rares. There's one of the trainers. So these days, Digimon has trainers. It's not just the monsters. So kind of like Ash from Pokemon, right? So another rare. And here's our SR. Beautiful foil treatment on that. Although you'll see if we can pull like an SSR or a UR, the foiling actually gets much better than that. Kayou, these are a bit older. These are a couple of years old now. But Kayou still did, I think, a great job with the treatments on these. And of course, the artwork is just phenomenal. This is another little trainer. Cute one there. And the concept of Digimon, the Digimon universe, is that these monsters live in a parallel dimension that was created by the communication channels that humans made. So when we created radio and television and these signals that are in the air, the idea is that created a parallel dimension where digital monsters could exist. And so in the show and everything, they kind of go in between the two worlds, the real world and the Digimon world. So here's a TGR. Like I said, the TGRs are just a kind of an upgraded version of the TR cards. Although they look great. You can see that gold stamping on there. It just looks really, really good. Let me actually get that one on the white background for you. That dinosaur one is very nice too. And oh, it looks like we got something special in this pack. That'll be nice. So you can tell, so I can tell from the back, basically, the regular cards will have an information back kind of telling you about the card, but the higher tier cards actually have like a fixed back like this. So that is an SP. Beautiful. Also, very powerful card. I mean, you can see the numbers on here are twice as high as anything in the SRs. So that is quite impressive. Yeah, and that is an SP. And believe it or not, I haven't checked, but there was a big secondary market for this back when I first bought this box. So I'm actually going to pause here and go see if anybody still sells these cards. They might not, I don't know. But I'll find out. I'll be right back and let you know. There is. So yeah, it's just as big as before. Like right now on eBay, there are many copies of this card for sale. I saw at least 6 or 7. And there's quite a big spread on the price too. At the low end, I see this available for about $3.99, and at the high end, almost $10. Probably the right price is somewhere in the middle there. But still, that's pretty good for a card you're just pulling from a 5e1 pack. To give you a concept of the price, the entire box of these costs you about $20, and you get 18 packs. So each pack is, around $1 a pack. So getting a, almost $5 card out of that pack is not a bad deal. Although not every pack has that, so you gotta do a little more math to really figure it out. Looks like we got another one there. It's another TI for us. Oh, and that's kind of cool. So we have the TR and the R version of the same card. That's actually really cool. It almost looks 3D when you do it like that, huh? Pretty neat. It's another trainer with a very large cowboy hat, I guess. And here's a dupe, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there will be dupes in here. We're gonna see quite a few dupes, most likely. So here's an SSR of another dinosaur. Look at the refraction diamond pattern in the background there. That's what's kind of creating that beautiful light effect on the card. We'll put that right up there. I'm not going to look that up, but that's probably more like a $1 or $2 card, right? It's not going to be in the same range as an SP would. I think the highest tier in this set is PR. So if we can get a PR or a promo card, that would be the highest tier. Oh, so here's the TGR version of the dinosaur. We can look at both now. Oops, sorry. Oh my, I'm making a mess of my table here. Yeah, we can see there's the TR and there's the TGR, and the TGR just has, more gold on it and also higher stats. So that one is 1412, this one is 15 and 6. Very cool. Ooh. I mean, I honestly love the art on these. Even if you're not like a big fan of the show or anything, Kayou did, I think, a really good job of presenting the artwork on these cards. Okay, here's a UR. This might actually be worth more than the SP. URs tend to be very rare, and like I said, there will be maybe 1 or 2 in the box. So let me go and look this one up quick and just see what the value is on it. You can see there's some stamping on the outline, which is very impressive. But yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to go check value on this. And again, there is just a massive secondary market for these. There's quite a few for sale. They're all right about $5. $5.08, $5.40, something like that. None were below $5. So I think you're looking at another like $5 card here. So I'm not a value collector. I like to look at value just for fun, but I don't actually sell a lot of the cards that I collect. If you want to buy them from me, please let me know. I'm happy to sell them to you. But I don't like go actively try and do that. It feels a little bit like a conflict of interest to me to be running like a big eBay channel and also YouTube channel. I don't know. But anyway, but that's another $5 card. So we have almost half paid for the box already with just those 2 cards. And we're not even halfway through the packs, so that's a pretty good deal, huh? Not quite the value level of something like their Marvel set. Their Marvel Hero Battle cards are just kind of like value machines. You can buy like a $20 box of those and pull $100 like easily. One time I pulled almost $300 out of one $20 box. So yeah, if you're really looking for value, Kayou Marvel Hero Battle is where it's at. Although it's becoming very rare these days. Hero Battle, they lost the Marvel license, so they can't make Hero Battle cards anymore. And so the boxes that are out there are all the boxes that exist. And once they're sold, they're gone forever. I have a couple here, but I know some people are stockpiling them. So if you are interested in Marvel Hero Battle, I recommend you buy boxes soon because by summer, I don't think there will be any left at all. And that's not a joke. Like, it's really running low as it is. And like I said, I know multiple people who are buying cases of it whenever they can right now, which seems crazy, right? You're paying like $1,000 in some case, like the Spider-Man case. You get 48 boxes for $1,000, which is like a lot of money, but at the same time, if you pull 3 or 4 CRs from there, you paid for that easily, right? Those can be triple-digit cards very easily. They're very cute little. Okay, this is a dupe. So I don't try to do too many dupe checks during the polls because it's difficult for me to keep track of them all. But I know that one was a dupe for sure. Here's, I'm just kind of stacking those over there for fun. There's another PVC for you. Cute. I mean, we've got some great cards, but I actually am probably most honestly, I still think that is probably one of the cutest cards we pulled today so far. Yeah, so far at least. There's our TR. And then we've got a nice little, I guess, bone beak there. There's a Digimon for you. It's, I mean, a cool show. And honestly, I think compared to Pokemon, it's a little bit more of an interesting franchise. Like the designs of all the characters and things are, I think, a little bit more interesting than Pokemon, mostly because they can use machinery and digital aspects, which I think is cool. But again, I never played this TCG much. I think I played a digital version for a little bit, but it's pretty complicated. I couldn't really figure it out. Whereas Pokemon, I played quite a lot of. It's an SSR. Just gorgeous. You can see the refraction technique here is not the same. It's not that diamond pattern. This one's more of a square type pattern. I want to give enough room for all the SSRs we pulled to be shown off. Just going to reorganize things a little bit here. You have to remember, you're not looking those up. Those are likely each, $1 or $2 cards, and they would sell quickly. Looking at the secondary market, there are a lot of these selling and being sold every day. So you would, if you listed something like that, you actually would sell it pretty quickly. I think shipping it, you would probably ship it in an envelope or something with a top loader, maybe. It almost looks like Optimus Prime or a Gundam or something. That's really cool looking. And we have a trainer again. And a UR. I actually already have this UR, but I know that it's also worth about $5. Again, I don't need to look it up again. But look at all the intricate stamping work. Every single outline there is stamped in gold. Very cool looking. So with the other copy of that UR we now have paid for the box. That's $20 worth of cards. So. Always good to know. Although again, I'm unlikely to sell. I won't be selling these. Although again, like if you want some, let me know. I'm more than happy to trade or something with you. But I won't be listing them on eBay. Ooh, oh wow, and it's another copy of that one. So it hurts to get dupes because you want to get new cards, but at the same time, when you have a dupe, it's easier to sell, right? Because you don't feel as bad about selling when it's not your only copy. So maybe I'll put that there just so we remember that we pulled the dupes. Remember, I also have a dupe of that one. So this box had 2 dupe URs in it, which is a little rough. That's not what you want to see. If you're really collecting and opening this, for your own collection, that is quite painful, I would say. But I don't mind it so much. Okay, that's definitely a dupe, and Cowboy Hat Girl is definitely a dupe. And then here we have another SSR, and wow, that is a great looking SSR. And remember, these cards are nearly 2 years old now. Kayou has gotten only better at printing foil like that. It seems silly, but they have a set out based on SpongeBob now. Kayou has the license for SpongeBob SquarePants, and made a SpongeBob set, and the foiling on those cards is just off the charts. It's like completely insane to look at. That was their first set to print in 2024, and it really shows you what they're going to be able to do. I can't wait for them to release, a new Naruto or something this year, and just see what they can do with that. Actually, I have a set of their Ultraman Hero Battle cards coming, and those will be 2024 prints too, and they're going to look amazing. Oh, it's a Cactuar. I mean, it's probably not actually a Cactuar, but it looks like one from Final Fantasy. And there's this little dude here. I think is like the Digimon, like the original one. It looked like that little yellow dinosaur. Like 3 more packs left, and then we'll be done. Done with Digimon for a while. Like I said, if enough people like the video, I would definitely consider picking up a box of the Card Fund sets. Their sets are always great, so I never mind it. It's just, I don't personally have enough interest in Digimon to buy one just on my own. Nice SR, little Hydra there with some mechanical assistance. This is great. Like, I'm always happy to open these, and they have such beautiful artwork and so much variety, like such a variety of things. I mean, you get from these like cute little monsters like that to snowmen, all the way to like demons and devils and Gundams and giant crabs. Like this universe, this Digimon universe just has everything. It's, I think, a really fun franchise to work with. Now we're talking. Now that's a, wow, that's some kind of angel maybe with all like 7 wings, like a biblically accurate. That's probably not. Still very cool. Definitely these two were dupes, right? We've seen these already. I know that for sure. Let me put those over there. Then we pulled another SP. So that's another, $5, $6 card right here. Amazing. We've definitely paid for that box at this point. I mean, even with shipping costs, you would be able to make back the $20 box cost, no problem. I suspect the boxes cost more now. Sorry, I'm saying I do that a lot. I say the price that I kind of got it for, but you have to remember I bought this box a year and a half ago when it first came out, or close to when it came out, and I bought it probably on sale because I never buy things unless they're on sale. And I use coupons, so like the price I get things for is always a lot less than you'll see the listed price. But if you just wait for a sale or you get coupons yourself, you can match that price. It's not impossible. Ooh, another just amazing looking. Wow, it's another just demon right there. Almost has a Batman logo on the front, but then also like a Punisher logo on the shoulder. Crazy. Let's see here. Put that right there. And then we've got our last TR. And then that card. And there you go. That is Digimon. My whole box. I'm happy to open it. It was a lot of fun. And honestly, higher value than I thought. I'm surprised that secondary market has held so well, because that market was big a year ago and it's still big today. And this is, I think, one of the only sets that exists is this particular one that I just opened. So the fact that one set is sustaining such a huge secondary market for such a long time is kind of incredible. So I would say, now knowing that they have likely lost this license too, the cards probably only go up in value from there. So maybe not a terrible plan if you're looking to invest a little bit in AliExpress cards. That's kind of a weird concept. Not a bad concept, but a weird one. This might be a good way to go. Okay, but otherwise I'll say goodbye here, and hopefully you enjoyed the video, saw some cool cards, and yeah, I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.